Hello, guys. Good morning. You're welcome to yet our 26th day on our journey. My name remains Osayi Tres Omokaro. We are 4 days to go. Thank you for staying tuned with us up till today. And I believe for everyone who have been joining, you've been getting lots and lots of value for your time and effort at learning. And I believe that you will be putting this to work. And as you do, kindly share the outcomes with us because we are keen on getting results and massive results this year. So, like we always do it, we're going straight now to just ask you to do a few things for us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, enable the bell, get to know when new stuff are coming from us, and that promises to be every day. For those of you who are subscribers to this YouTube channel or those who are yet to subscribe, I'm assuring you ahead of time that there is something here for you every day. Yes, if your day is so clogged up with activities, just take your time to engage with the activities we have here in the evenings. Let this be one of your strategies for relaxation before you sleep off. It will pay off in the long run. It will pay off in the long run because what we are giving out here are not just frivolities. They are things that will steer you up along the path in the life that you have chosen for yourself. So we're still on our support for the Tony Elumelu Foundation program. A lot of people are pouring in, a lot of calls are coming in already. Just be a part of this. It will tremendously turn things around for you. 2017 was a remarkable turnaround for me. It was a time I was almost beginning to question what I was doing. But beyond the $5,000, which was awesome, which was tremendous, which was transformational, the major thing I picked out from the Tony Elumelu Foundation was the endorsements. I understand the bureaucracy, I understand the protocol it goes through for one to be selected. But at a time where I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the idea in my head, an organization like that endorsed me. That was a turnaround for me. It was an internal booster for me. So, and that is what we think that you can get by just becoming a part of this. Of course, you may have had a few doubts here and there as to your idea. We've gone ahead to make it easy for you by making available books that can even allow you take your time with this idea. If you follow the link on the screen and request for these books, this book will help you take a deeper look at those ideas and make you see how effective, how profitable these ideas will be. These books will help you take the idea and hear from the external view to your idea. Because to everyone who have an idea, there is always that belief that this idea will turn things around. This idea is awesome. The people will embrace the idea, but there's always a shocker. Sometimes when you hit the street running, you just find that it's not exactly what I thought. We power businesses, and we understand that sometimes what you have in your business plan changes from the very first day you start to implement. So all of those experiences are what we have put in this book. The book will help you avoid all of those wasted years and go straight to begin to gain value from your efforts from the very first day. And they are very affordable books. So follow the link and be a part of these. You know, I have a lot of young people calling in and joining this tribe already. For those who have known me for a while, you know that what I do, I'm serious with it. If you join this tribe today, my commitment to you is that I will first break off all of your limiting beliefs. I will stretch you. Yes, you will do the work, but truth is, when you look back, you will be happy you joined this community. And we have a financial commitment that every member of this tribe must earn a minimum of 12 million naira in revenue this year. How you're going to do that is not up to you at the moment, but when you come in, we look at what you already have, then we begin to put ideas together. It's something we have done, and we believe we can help so many do it. It's always my drive that whatever is working for me, I want to get so many other people to get to use it. Nathaniel is my consultant. Nathaniel consults for me as it relates to marketing and sales. So I brought him up to teach people in my tribe in January 12th on how to sell tons and tons of their products and services. Yes, so now we're making that same opportunity available to you. Follow the link and get this course that has helped a lot of my people, and we help you sell tons and tons of your product and services. Right now, we're hitting onto the agenda for today. Let me release it and allow it to scroll. Oh, before I do that, this is the link to buy the Sell-A-Ton Masterclass. Just seller.co/sell-a-ton, seller.co/SAT. So the agenda for today is already scrolling, and we'll hit it right on the slide. Subscribe to global standards. Subscribe to global standards. Somebody will ask, what does this guy mean again? In life, there are always standards. Global standards aim to develop a set of common principles and standards for propriety, integrity, and transparency in international business and finance. There is an organization that is responsible for setting globally accepted standards. They are called the ISO, International Organization for Standardization. They create standards that become universally accepted by the players within industries. These are they come up with standards to practically, they don't enforce those standards to regulate people, but they are things that you have the privilege of subscribing to. The issue here is when you subscribe to it, other players in the industry begins to take you seriously. That's why banks will go on ISO 9001, 2015. That's the highest standard of ISO quality management system available at the moment. Banks will subscribe to that. It's not compulsory. You can choose not to. But when you do, other players begins to know that, oh, this organization is taking themselves seriously and they're asking us to take them seriously. Someone would ask, what's my business with this as a small business? Bishop Oyodipo always says this. You don't have to grow big to plan. You have to plan to grow big. So what we're sharing with you are stuff that will make you big, irrespective of where you are at the moment. Irrespective of where you are at the moment. I'm into training and consulting. ISO 29919 is the standard, is the global standard for providers of training and further trainings. I know this because it's something I know I should do. Subscribing to this standard may be very, very expensive. Yes, having to buy the standards alone is in thousands of dollars. You may not be able to afford them at the moment, but if you can, go ahead and do it. It sets you apart. It sets you apart. Yes, it separates you from the crowd. It separates you from the crowd. Beyond this ISO standard that you must subscribe to, there are also some unwritten codes of conduct, standards of operation, and excellence that separates top players from the quacks. In whatever industry you're in, look at the best of the best guys in that industry. How do they do what they do? The Tony Robbins and the greatest guys on earth will tell you how to be successful. You simply just need to look for a success and model after them. You really don't need to copy. If you modeling is a strategy that works. Apostle Paul tells us in the Bible, he said, follow me as I follow Christ. I am modeling Christ. When you model after me, you will absolutely be modeling after the person I'm modeling after. So it's a strategy that works. If there is anybody succeeding in that industry, just look at their routine, look at their thinking pattern, model after them. When we're talking about subscribing to higher standard, global standard, we're talking about stretching yourself beyond your comforts, stretching yourself beyond your comfort. Hold yourself or your brand to a higher standard. Hold yourself or your brand to a high standard. I'm in a WhatsApp group, and a young man, phenomenal young man, posted a flyer on the WhatsApp group, and in a short while reposted something else and said something. He said there was a slight error in the first one. He said, but our quest for excellence will not allow us leave it. He pulled it down, corrected it, and shared another. That's not necessarily following one standard set by ISO or whatever body, but is one who has held his brand to a standard that he will not let go. So that is what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. But there is a caveat. While excellence is great, do not allow the pursuit of excellence to become a quest for perfection that stops you from taking action. The reason I have to put this caveat is the fact that I know a lot of young people who will tell you, I'm working on it. I used to tell people I'm working on it is the easiest excuse you can give. When you say I'm working on it, nobody can question you because you're actually working on it. But what you may not be telling us is that you're trying to perfect everything. You're trying to cross all the T's and dot all the I before you take the very first action. That doesn't have to happen. It doesn't necessarily need to be done perfectly at the beginning. In fact, if the way you start is perfect, I can assure you, you started very late. You procrastinated a lot. Because whatever you do, as you progress, there is advancement, there's a better packaging, there's a better presentation, there's progress, there's perfection gradually coming in. Waiting to perfect it before you start is a clock on your wheel. I have a lot of young people who have great stuff they share with you January 2019. This is 2021. They are yet to start. They will tell you they want to come out big. So that's the caveat. Excellent is simply excelling the norm. Excelling the norm. Just try to stand out from the crowd. Just try to stand out from the crowd positively. Have this at the back of your mind. Work with the notion that you are competing with the Chinese, the Americans, the Britons, and people all over the world. Don't allow your local environment shortchange you. Don't allow your local environment shortchange you. Excellence is noticeable by all. When you begin to work excellently, people begin to notice you. It is very easy to get noticed when you are excelling. An excellent disposition to things will open doors to king. An excellent disposition to things will open you up to kings. And the truth about kings is that kings pay premium. Kings pay premium. So if you want to begin to earn premium pricing, you must have some touch of excellence, some subscription to global standard in your business. It is very important. So let's look at the action points you need to take. There are very few action points. Just find out the ISO standard applicable to your industry. Note it and the principle it upholds. Once you begin to use Google to look at the ISO standard that's applicable to your industry, sometimes you're going to see excerpts as to some of the things it proposes. Begin to put those things in place in your business. Consider ISO 9001, 2015 quality management system. That's a bit generic. It talks about the quality management, the management of organizations. You need that. I've been trained on that, and I do my best to apply that to some of the things I do. Then decide to benchmark the obvious experts in your industry. Identify one now. I think we talked about this before. Identify one now and start to benchmark that person. When you do these two things to your business, you will obviously be operating at a standard that is different from the general, and until you stand out different from the others, you really don't get noticed. And once you begin to get noticed, things begin to turn around for you at a level you will hardly be able to catch up with. Then you begin to think about expanding your business, hiring more people, and doing more, thereby helping us reduce the rate of unemployment in the society. So we've gradually come to the end of this session. If you're yet to pick any of these books, kindly go ahead and order for these books. They were written with you in mind. They will transform the way you do business. They will transform the way you work. They will help your business from the very beginning. Then consider joining the Treskaro tribe. It's a tribe of millionaires. It's a tribe of solution providers. Get a replay of the Sell It Masterclass. It will help your products and services to go around the world at a speed you can hardly imagine. So before you leave, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and enable the bell so you can always get notified whenever we release new contents. We have lots of content packed for you all through the year. This channel is going to be busy all through the year. Consider sharing this with your friends, share them, share some of our videos on your WhatsApp groups, get people to watch them, and they will thank you for it, I promise you. So thank you for spending this time with me. I'm always your host, Osayi Tresomokaro. It's always my pleasure to be in your space every morning. Thank you for spending this time with me. We're going to be doing this same time tomorrow. Have a lovely day ahead and make sure you keep safe, and in all you're doing, follow government protocol and ensure you remain around with us because we need you around. Thank you, and let's do this again tomorrow.